Millions of fans in tears. Jungkook holds sudden farewell event at military base today. Hello Army. Sometimes, the most powerful moments are the ones we never see coming. They arrive quietly, without warning, yet leave an echo in the hearts of millions. Today is one of those moments. Today, something extraordinary happened. Not on a stage with lights. Not in a stadium full of screaming fans. But behind guarded gates. Inside a military base. Where one of the world's most beloved idols, Jungkook, stood before his comrades and said goodbye. This is not the kind of farewell you read in the headlines. This was intimate. Quiet. Real. And as word spread beyond those gates, the world stood still. Hearts shattered. Tears flowed. Because today, millions of fans realized Jungkook is not just an idol. He is a symbol of love, strength, and grace. A morning unlike any other. At dawn, the air at the military base was unusually silent. The sun struggled to break through the heavy mist that clung to the earth like a secret waiting to be revealed. Inside the barracks, the soldiers woke as they always did, by the sound of a whistle and the echo of boots on cold floors. But there was a strange tension in the air, as if something monumental was about to happen. Rumors had begun to circulate the night before. That Jungkook, yes, the Jungkook, was planning something. Something personal. Something unforgettable. Officers whispered behind closed doors. A few soldiers exchanged knowing glances. And then, at exactly 7:15 a.m., the whispers became truth. The sudden gathering. A message was passed. All soldiers to the central field. Formation. Full attention. Some thought it might be a drill. But those who had served with Jungkook knew this was no ordinary morning. Rows of soldiers lined up on the parade ground, the cold wind biting at their cheeks. There was no fanfare. No camera crews. No official statement from HYBE. Then, from behind the barracks, he appeared. Jungkook. Not as a pop star, not as BTS's Golden Maknae. But as Private John Jungkook of the South Korean military. He walked with calm precision. Head high. Back straight. Dressed in his military uniform, slightly faded from wear, a small folder in his hand. And in that moment, he was no longer just a global superstar. He was a brother to those beside him. A son of Korea. A man standing on the edge of something bigger than fame. The speech that broke millions. He stepped up to a simple wooden podium. There were no prepared microphones. Just the raw sound of his voice cutting through the morning chill. I'm not here today to perform. I'm not here as a celebrity. I'm just Jungkook. A fellow soldier. A man who's grateful. And before my next duty, I wanted to leave behind something real. His voice was clear, but full of emotion. He looked out at the faces in the crowd, not of fans, but of comrades. Many had trained with him. Others had admired his humility. Now, they watched with solemn hearts as he opened the folder. Inside was a letter. Handwritten. Slightly creased. It had no logos, no manager's stamp, no agency branding. Just ink, and emotion. The letter to ARMY, read aloud in silence. To my ARMY. Today I speak not as an artist, but as a man, grateful for your endless love. I faced sweat, exhaustion, and moments of silence here in service. But even in the darkest mornings, I heard you. I heard your songs. Your messages. Your prayers. This chapter of my life is different. It's not about charts or awards. It's about learning discipline, humility, and service. But I never stopped thinking of you. You've waited patiently, and for that, I owe you more than words. When I scrubbed floors, I remembered your cheers. When I marched through rain, I remembered your faith. I will return. Not as a hero. Not as a changed man. But as someone who understands love deeper than ever. Jungkook paused, and tears rolled down his face. You are my family. This is not goodbye. This is, see you soon. The world reacts, instant shock and emotion. Within minutes, someone inside the base, another soldier, perhaps a staff member, shared a text summary of the speech. And within hours, the world ignited. Armies from Seoul to Sao Paulo, Jakarta to Johannesburg, posted emotional tributes. On TikTok, fans reenacted the letter in soft voiceovers. On YouTube, tearful reaction videos flooded timelines. Trending hashtags dominated all platforms. #Jungkook. #JK farewell speech. #Golden Magni forever. #Jungkook will return. One fan wrote on Instagram. This isn't the Jungkook we first fell for. This is someone even greater. A real man. A heart that holds us even while the world forgets him. I will wait. Forever if I must. Inside stories, from his fellow soldiers. Anonymous testimonies began to surface online. He once offered me his jacket during a freezing patrol shift. He sings softly to himself when he thinks no one's listening, sometimes just humming BTS melodies. He never asked for special treatment. He worked harder than any of us. These weren't fanservice stories. They were real moments. Moments that proved who Jungkook truly is, when no cameras are watching. Reflections, what Jungkook means now. This sudden farewell wasn't just a goodbye. It was a mirror. A reminder of what it means to grow, to love, to serve. For many fans, it forced reflection. Have I thanked the people I love enough? Can I be as humble and kind as Jungkook? What does loyalty really mean? Because Jungkook's story isn't just his own anymore. It's become a symbol. Of quiet strength. Of deep love. Of unwavering promise. Until we meet again, an oath from ARMY. Now, as the sun sets on this day, millions around the world light candles. Some leave messages at fan cafes. Others create artwork, tributes, or simply cry in silence. But one thing is certain. ARMY is not letting go. Because when Jungkook returns, he won't come back to empty stadiums. He'll return to a world still holding its breath, still waiting with love that hasn't faded, but grown stronger. A final whisper. Narrator, soft and slow. He stood without a stage. He spoke without a mic. He cried without shame. And in doing so, he gave the world the most beautiful goodbye. But this is not the end. This is only the quiet before the music begins again. And when that day comes, we'll be here. Just like always. To Jungkook, thank you. To ARMY, hold on. The best chapters, far still ahead.